All right. Hello and welcome. Welcome to week 3, actually lecture 3 of CQMS 110. I hope everyone is doing great. I have some students online, some students in the classroom. I try my best to balance both group of students. So just to test technology. I will share my screen. Okay, I hope online students. Before we start the course content, just a reminder about the course management, the important due dates. Okay. So if you go to the course outline, our first important date is our test 1. Test 180. Can anyone online confirm that you can hear me and you can see my screen, online students? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Jose. Okay, so test 1, 18%. It is Tuesday, May 16, just few days away. Today is May the 9th. At 6 p.m., it is an online test at home. Do not come to the classroom. I posted a practice test. Make sure you know how to do the practice test. The practice test need lockdown browser. So if you check email from today or check the announcement, so please do the practice test. You need to install Respondents Lockdown browser and monitor. Okay. Make sure you use your laptop or desktop. Do not use your iPhone or other tablets. Make sure your internet is stable. Okay. And do not click the next page until you answer the current page. One page only have one question. Okay. Do not click submit quiz until you complete all the questions. The practice quiz only have 4 questions. The actual test may have 30 questions. Okay. And where do you download Respondents Lockdown browser? You click this link. You can download. And how do you write the quiz with Respondents Lockdown browser? This is how do you write the quiz. Okay, so go over those materials. Make sure you feel comfortable and confident in writing an online test with Respondents monitor and lockdown browser. Okay. When is the practice test due? It is due June 12 or June 13. Practice test. June 13 or June 12. We only allowed to use one cheat sheet during the midterm. Yeah, you can use the cheat sheet. So the policy is on the course outline. How many cheat sheets you are allowed to use? Somewhere here. So this is the course outline. Repeat management of some, probably at the Here, for each test, one page crib sheet, two-sided are allowed. One page is allowed. For the final exam, 3 crib sheets will be allowed. Okay. So that is this question. And the questions are randomly selected from the test bank. Each student gets different questions, but they're all comparable. Okay. The purpose of this is to maintain academic integrity. Everyone is treated with equal and fair. Okay. Any questions? So the important items before we start the content for today, make sure you do the practice test. Oh, this is the lockdown browser you can download. See here, this is the website. And this website is special for Rice University. See, Toronto Metropolitan University, install now. Okay. And how do you write the quiz using lockdown browser? I also give you the link. You can do the practice many times, unlimited time. Okay, you can do the practice unlimited time until you feel very comfortable with lockdown browser, with the test format. Any questions on the lockdown browser? Yes.
The practice test, like, it'll be my questions that will be on the actual test.
The practice test, you only have 4 questions. The actual test will have 30 questions. They come from the same test bank. So practice those 4 questions, you may see them in actual test. It is randomly selected. Okay. So where do you find the quiz? You go to assessment, quizzes. You see practice test is available here already. Okay. So this is my instructor account. I try to go to the preview. Okay, so this is the actual quiz. You read the descriptions. Okay, and also acknowledgement. Then you click start quiz. See, this practice test only have 4 questions. Each page has 1 question. Okay, so question 1, insert the correct sign between 2 given numbers. So which one should I choose?
First one.
Yeah, choose first one. Okay. Do not click submit quiz. You haven't finished yet. Do not click submit quiz. Instead, you click next page. Before you click next page, make sure this is the answer you want. Okay, so 1 page, 1 question. And then you click next page. Say, give you the confirmation. If you move to next page, you will not be able to come back to this page. Are you sure you want to continue? Oh, yeah, okay, click yes. Now question 2. Okay. Rationalize the numerator of the fraction. Let's try, okay? The purpose of this practice test, familiar yourself with the online lockdown browser with camera. And then you go to next page. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. Now question 3, factor completely. Let's try. Next page. Yes. Last question, question 4. Found the product. Okay, so now you completed all the questions. Okay, now you quick submit the quiz. only you complete all questions. Okay, so submit the quiz. This will submit your quiz. Are you sure? Yes. You are about to submit. Then click submit, please.
Oh, the third one as well.
Yeah, okay. Then you click done button. So make sure you see, you can download here. I give you the link, download, install the latest version of Lockdown browser. By the way, anyone have experience in other courses, you have experience use Lockdown browser with monitor. Can you raise your hand? You used this software before, Lockdown browser. Oh, thank you, thank you. Let me check the online students. Anyone online students, you used the Lockdown browser before in other courses? Okay, so anyway, please practice a lot for this practice test. Okay. All right. Some students online said yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any questions? Yes.
Would be
Oh, for sure. You see that is the purpose. If you see the announcement. Yeah, webcam. Okay. So your computer must have the web respondents and monitor. So your laptop, your computer must have the webcam. Most computers right now has the webcam. Thank you for your question. Any other questions? All right, so online students, you have question typing in chat area. I try to keep monitor this, or you directly speak up by unmute yourself. All right, so that is the class. Yeah.
So the test we will write at home, not.
Yeah, the test you will write at home, not in the class.
For the final exam, would it be the same day or rewrite?
Final exam would be the same thing. Test 1, test 2, final exam. You write your test, final exam at home. Use your computer. With Lockdown browser, your computer has to have the camera. Okay, so read this instruction carefully, okay? And also this one, write the quiz with respondents. See, how do you take a quiz with respondents monitor and Lockdown browser? Read this page carefully, and also have a student troubleshooting guide. The more you read, the less trouble you will encounter during the test. Okay, so now let's go to our content, lecture 3. Lecture 3 about basic algebra. We are going to learn, actually last class we did some percentage problem, and we are going to talk about the variables, polynomials, how to do the add, subtract, multiplication, and division for polynomial. And the last item, we'll talk about the factoring. Okay. So the basic percent problem, remember the formula is percentage equal to rate times base. Alternatively, you can say the new number equal to the rate times original number. For example, you have part-time job, your boss give you 10% raise. Okay, so you have part-time job, your boss give you 10% raise. Before the raise, your original number, your original hourly rate, original is $15. $15. How much is the increase? So you use 10% times $15. That is $1, 1.5. So that is your new number increased. This is the new number. Okay. But what is the new salary? You have to use one new hourly rate. New hourly rate, you have to use 1.5 plus your original is $15. So you got 16.5. Read the question carefully. Did the question ask you the new hourly rate, or did the question ask you how much dollar increase? Found a rate percent. So this question, what percent of 150 is 65? What percent of 150 is 65? You directly use 65 divided by 150. And based on this formula here. Questions? Okay. Found the base. So 60% of what number is 42? That is the question. 50% of what number? Let's say that number is X. So 60% of X is 42. Solve for X. Okay, so 60% X equal to 42. You solve for X. So 60% times X equal to 42. That is 60% of what number is 42? So X equal to 42 divided by 60%. 60% is the same as 0.6. So the final answer is 70. This kind of question, you got to read the original question carefully. Okay. 60% of what number is 42? So 60% of 70 is 42, final answer. 60% of 70 is 42. Questions? This one found the increase or decrease. Let's look at this example. 325 is what percent more than 200? So step one, you figure out how much more. So 325 compared to 200. So you figure out the amount of change. Use 325 minus 200, you got 125. And after that, in step two, some students confused. Once you get this 125, do you use 125 divided by 325, or do you use 125 divided by 200? That is a question many students have. So you divide it by 200, you don't divide it by 325. The trick is, look at the keyword THAN then, you divide it by the number after then. After then, you see number 200, so you divide it by 200. Any questions? Let's look at another question. What percent is less than 200 is 180? What percent less than 200 is 180?
Should be a negative.
So, two steps. First, you figure out amount of change. This time, you use 180 minus 200 because it said 1% less than 200 is 180. Okay. And then THIN then keyword, you divide it by 200. Use the difference divided by 200 because THIN is keyword. After this keyword, you have 200. The negative sign, it is just illustrate. This is in decrease, not increase. So it is a decrease of 10%. So the final answer, 10% less than $200 is $180. Questions? This is some concept. What is algebraic operations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Those are algebraic operations. And what is algebraic expression? The combination of numbers, literal symbols that result from algebraic operation is the algebraic expression. So for example, I give you x plus 2. This is the algebraic expression. And this plus is algebraic operation. Next concept is factor. What is factor? Factor is make up of values that are multiplied together within a given number. So for example, I give you number 9. 3 is a factor of 9. 3 is a factor of 9. Okay. Factor could be primary factor or could be compound factor. Primary factor cannot be further factored. For example, 3 is a factor of 9. Can you further divide 3 into other factors? No. So 3 is the primary factors. Now I say 3 is another example. 4 is a factor of 12. 4 is a factor of 12. And this 4 is a compound factor because this 4 can further divide by 2 times 2. You see, this 4 is different from this 3. This 3 cannot be further divided by 2 number terms together. So 4 is a compound factor. 3 is a primary factor. Questions? Okay, now let's take a look at the example. Identify terms and factors. So this 7a minus 2b, this is an algebraic expression. It is an algebraic expression. This expression has 2 terms, 7a negative 2, negative 7b. The first term, 7a has a primary factor, 7 and 8. So 7 is a factor of 7a. A is a factor of 7a. And the second term, negative 2b, also has 2 primary factors. One is negative 2, the other is b. Okay, now let's look at this one. gt squared minus 2vt plus 2s. This is an algebraic expression. It has 3 terms. gt squared, negative 2vt, 2s. The first term, gt squared, has a primary factor g and 2 primary factor. So this gt squared has a primary factor g, t, 3 primary factors. If you say gt squared have 1 primary factor, 1 compound factor, that is also correct. T squared is a factor of gt squared, but t squared is compound factors. So read the question carefully. If the question asks you, identify compound factor in gt squared, identify compound factor in gt squared, the answer is t squared. If the question asks you, identify all the primary factor in gt squared, the answer is g, t, t. Identify all primary factors. Okay, questions? So part C, this one is a little bit complicated. C, this is an algebraic expression with 2 terms. The first term is 7 bracket x squared plus 2y. The second term is negative 6x times bracket 5 plus x minus 3y. So now, look at the first term. I will write it here, 7x squared plus 2y. What is the primary factor for this one? Identify primary factor. Sorry, there is a mistake here, typo. This is 7a, then bracket. Okay, 7a. See the typo here. This is 7a. Missed. A, 7A, then times bracket. So the primary factor for this one, anyone want to try? 7? Excellent, thank you. So this is the primary factor. Now, if I ask you identify compound factor for this one, identify compound factor. Compound, no. Identify compound factor. So those are primary. Those are the primary factor. Now I ask you to identify compound factor. Compound. 7A is compound factor. 7A is compound factor. Another is 7 times x squared plus 2y is compound factor. Still another is a times x squared plus 2y are compound factor. Those are all compound factor. Questions? Okay. Next is the polynomials. Polynomial is an algebraic expression with only non-negative integer exponents on one or more variables. Non-negative integer exponents, for example, x squared, x cubed, x raised to power 4. Okay, those are the non-negative integer exponents. The degree of term is the sum of the exponents of variable of that term. The degree of polynomial is the degree of the term of the highest degree. Another terminology is a multinomial. It is just algebraic expression of more than one term. So 1 over x, square root of x, they all belong to multinomial, but they are not polynomial. The reason is 1 over x equal to x raised to power -1. You have negative as integer exponents. We need non-negative integer exponents. Questions? Okay, let's take a look at example. Simplify. In designing a certain machine part, it is necessary to perform the following simplification. So how do you simplify this one? How do you simplify this one? So let's do it outside. First, you take away this bracket. So 6 times 8, 48. Then 6 times x, 6x, right? Then you do this one, negative 16x. So negative 2 times negative x squared, positive 2x squared. And then you take away the last bracket here. When you take away the bracket, you have negative sign in front of bracket. So everything inside bracket will change the sign. Okay. And now you collect like term. So constant is 48. Then negative 64. So 48 negative 64 is what? Anyone? Thank you. Negative 16. And then negative 6x, negative 16x, positive 16x, actually positive 16x, negative 16x cancelled out. So you just have negative 6x, right? You just have negative 6x. And the last item, you look at the x squared. 2x squared, negative x squared, you have positive x squared. So the final answer, negative 16, negative 6x plus x squared. So there is, we got different answer here. Any explanations?
Oh, they have two minus 16. So sorry, minus 16x, right? Minus 16x, minus 16x, and they have plus 16x.
Yeah, so this solution actually wrong. So do not 100% trust the textbook. There has, mistake. So the correct answer should be negative 16. Do this by yourself to see if you can come up with this one. This is the correct answer. I got questions. Tyler, can you write, Tyler has question, can you write down the step? Okay, I'll redo this, okay? Sorry for my handwriting. I will copy down the original question. Original question is 6 bracket 8 minus x. Thank you, Tyler, for your suggestion. Rewrite it because you cannot see clearly. You can get this PowerPoint slide from Brightspace. You have this question, okay? I will just recopy it. What we want to simplify this one. Okay, now I'm going to rewrite it. Okay. So equal 6 times 8 minus 6 times x. Is that right? Okay. Next, minus 2 times 8x is minus 16x. Minus 2 times minus x squared, minus times minus is positive. Okay. And the last step, you want to take away the last bracket. You change the sign because there is a negative in front of this bracket. So it becomes negative 64. Positive 16x minus x squared. Okay. And then you have some cancellation. Positive 16x, negative 16x canceled out. And you collect like term 48, negative 64. Those are the like term. So negative 16. And then you copy down negative 6x here. And then 2x squared minus x squared equal to x squared. So this is the final answer. Hope that answered your question, Tyler. Okay, great. All right, any other questions? See, the textbook provides the wrong answer. Okay. Next example, this time I'll try to.
Are there errors in the answer key?
Probably.
Because I'm using the answer key when doing the textbook.
But the chances is small. The error in the textbook very small. Okay. Okay. Example 9. This time I will copy the question then. Example 9a. 3ax minus square bracket ax minus round bracket 5s minus 2ax closing bracket, closing bracket. So let's do this one. This time I try to go slow, okay, write clearly. So this is equal, this is the question number, so I use it. So copy down, I'll double check if I copied correct, 3ax. So copy down 3ax first. First step, take away round bracket. When you take away round bracket, there's a negative sign. So you need to change the sign in each item inside this round bracket. So 5x becomes negative 5x. Negative 2ax becomes positive 2ax. That is the fourth step. Take away round bracket. Second step, take away square bracket. When you take away square bracket, there is a negative sign in front of square bracket. So you need to change the sign inside square bracket. So ax becomes negative ax. Negative 5s becomes positive 5s. Positive 2ax becomes negative 2ax. Okay. And now you collect like terms. So 3ax, negative 2ax, those are the like terms. So it is ax. And then copy down negative ax. Oh, there are another ax here. Yeah. So this is also ax. They canceled out. So it is just 5s. So 3ax minus ax, 2ax minus 2ax, 0. So these three items canceled out. Okay. Let's do part B, then we take a break. Okay, do part B, then take break. Okay, part B, I will do it here. Copy down 3a squared b. Wow, there are 3 brackets here. Minus curly bracket square bracket, A minus round bracket. So step 1, take away round bracket first. So every item inside the round bracket will change sign. So 2a squared b becomes negative 2a squared b. Negative a becomes positive a. I just take away the round bracket. Oh, hold on. Where is this round bracket? Yeah, it's here. And then there is a square bracket here. And then plus 2b, and then curly bracket. Okay, so continue. 3a squared b minus, copy down curly bracket. This time take away square bracket. Take away square bracket. And now continue, I'll continue here. 3a squared b. This time take away curly bracket. In front curly bracket, you have negative. That means you need to change the sign. Every sign, every item inside curly bracket, you change the sign, S-I-G-N, sign. So negative a, positive 2a squared, negative a, negative 2b. Okay. Double check. Can someone double check? No, I made mistake. See here, I missed here. I made mistake. I missed B. There is a B here. 2a squared B. Okay, sorry. So I missed B, letter B here. And then minus. So there is a B here. This time is correct. Okay, so now you collect item a squared b, a squared b, 3a squared b plus 2a squared b, 5a squared b, negative a, 2a, and copy down negative 2b. Okay. Okay, questions? Shall we all take a break? Make sure you stretch, get some water, okay? Come back at 8 o'clock. Okay. So break. Back at, oh, sorry, back at 7 o'clock. Back at 7 o'clock, okay?
So from the class, we'll cover the first 3 classes, right? Or the first 4 classes. Oh, the first 3.
It is listed on the course outline. Yeah, type 1 cover module 1, module 2, module 3. Today is module 3. Yeah, lecture 3.
Stopping traffic, like, very big.
All right. Shall we continue? Hope you have a great break. Are there any questions? Okay, before break, we did question 9. Now let's move on. Question 10. Nested parentheses. So let's do this. This is the original question. Start from here. Example 10. Okay, so nested. Copy down 2. Copy down 3x. Copy down -2. Copy down 5. First, take away the bracket here. So 7 minus x, take away this bracket. There is a negative sign in front of this bracket. So you have to change the sign. 7 becomes -7. Negative x becomes positive x because you changed the sign.
No, isn't there a two? Isn't there a two in front of that?
Yeah, this is 2 here.
Shouldn't it be -10 plus 14x?
No, you have to take the take away. Do you see the red bracket here? Take away 7 minus x, this bracket. Copy down everything else. Just take away the red bracket, 7 minus x. Just take away that bracket. Copy down all the other items. Okay. Now you keep on going, copy down everything. Now you do something about this bracket here. You do something about this bracket. This bracket is actually -2 plus x, right? Questions? Okay, next, copy down all the stuff. This time, take away the red bracket. So it becomes +4, -2x. I take away the bracket. In front of the bracket, you have -2. So -2 times -2 is 4. -2 times x is -2x. And now, continue. So collect like terms, 3x minus 2x, that is x. Last step, take away this bracket. You got 2 minus x minus 4. Collect like term, you get -x, -2. This is the final answer, -x, -2. Go home, redo this question. Can you come up with the correct answer?
The first one, example, uses the 2 for the third step, where you did the third step, uses the 2 before the parentheses to actually, they multiply 2 by 5 and then 2 by 7 and then 2 by x. I guess it comes back to the same answer, right?
Thank you so much. Brilliant observation. Yes, you can do that. The question was, Can you do -2 times 5, -2 times -7, -2 times x? Yes, you can do that. The result would be the same here. You can try that. It is good exercise. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, I guess when I did it, I got -2 minus x, which is wrong. Be minus x minus 2.
Oh, you are correct. Thank you. -2 minus x is the same as -x minus 2. Wow, thank you. You are thinking and you put your hands on the paper. That's great. Wow. Any other questions? Okay, next, multiplication of algebraic expressions. Sorry, this is a little bit small. I'll make this bigger. Hope you can see clear. This one, I'll give you a few moments. A, B, C. Try to do it by yourself. Then tell me which one you want me to do it. We do it together. You do it by yourself. Don't look at the answer. Try to do by yourself. Bless you. Maybe we do the last one together. Question C here. So first, you use 2 times -6 times 3. The result is -36. And then you're looking for letter x. Okay. So you have x. You have x here, x squared here. So x times x squared becomes x cubed. Then you have x here. So x, you have 4, number 4, raised to power 4. Then you're looking for y. You have 1y here and y squared here. So y times y squared, y cubed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be in alphabetical.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, but usually we say x, y, this order.
Oh,
Okay. And then you look at letter C. You have C here, C here, C times C equal to C squared. Again, make sure you put your pen on the paper. If your result is this, is also correct. If your result is, for example, -36 x, y, it is the same thing. You also correct, okay? If this is your result, you are also correct. Shall we move on? Example 2. Maybe this time I'll write it out. So question A, I will copy down question. So first, I will use this rule. Remember, xy raised to power m equal to x m y m, use this rule. Okay, so if you have x y z raised to power m, it is x raised to power m, y raised to power m, z raised to power m. To apply this rule, I got 3 times 2 raised to power 3, a squared raised to power 3, x raised to power 3. Copy down the last item. And then I know a raised to power cube is 8. And then I use x raised to power m, then n equal to x raised to power m times n. So this a raised to power 2, then cube is a raised to power 6. Copy down x raised to power 3, copy down this one. And now 3 times 8, 24. And there is a negative sign here. I'll move it here, negative. Then collect like term a not collect like term. A raised to power 6, there is another a, so raised to power 7. Then x raised to power 3, there's another x, so x is raised to power 4. Any questions? Okay, let's do B. So I will erase this part. B. Copy down the question. Okay, first, copy down 2x cubed. Now, negative something squared becomes positive. So it becomes s squared t to power 8. Then copy down 4s squared t. Next, 2 times 4 equal to 8. And then s squared, or s cubed, s squared is s raised to power 7. Next is t raised to power 8 t, so t raised to power 9. Questions? All right. So next one, this is from textbook example. Example 3, product of monomial and polynomial. So let's copy down, okay. I need a space. Let me see. Do I have space here? Okay, okay. copy this question. Okay, I will copy the question to a blank space so that, so 2ax Okay, simplify this one. So you use 2ax times 3ax squared minus 2ax minus 4yz. This is because if you have x, y minus z equal to xy minus xz, use this property. And now 3 times 2 equal to 6. A times a squared. X times x squared, x cubed. And then negative times negative. Negative 2 times negative 4, positive 8. And you have a, x, y, z. This is the final answer. Questions? Okay, now do the B part here. Without correction. Okay, let's do this one. So you use 5cy squared times every item inside the bracket. The first item is negative 7cx. Then use 5cy times the second item. The second item has negative sign. So negative 5cy squared times ac. 5 times negative 7, negative 35, c times c squared, xy squared. And then negative 5, a, c times c squared, y squared copy down. So this is the final answer. Questions? Okay, so this is this part. Question 4. Product of binomial. This one is easy, right? X minus 2 times x plus 3. X minus 2, x plus 3. There are many ways to do it. One way you use this x times x, you got x squared. Then use this x times 3, you got 3x. Next, you use this 2 times x, negative 2x. Last one, use this 2 times 3, negative 6. So the final answer is this. This is on one hand. On another hand, if I ask you, this is another question. Factor x squared plus x minus 6. I ask you to factor means what are the two brackets times together equal to this? You use, there is a method. The coefficient for x squared is 1. X squared is actually 1 times x squared. So you break 1 into 1 times 1. And then negative 6, which two number comes together is negative 6? Tell me two numbers comes together equal to negative 6.
Negative 2 plus
Negative 2 times 3
1 and 6.
or negative 1 times 6. Do you have another answer?
For the inverse, so it can be 2 and negative 3.
Excellent. There are many possibilities. Two number times together equal to negative 6. But when you multiply cross multiplication, so 1 times 6 times 1 times 3, 1 times negative 1, you got 6 minus 1, 5. And this one do cross multiplication. 1 times 3 minus 2, you got 3 minus 2 equal to 1. And this one, if you do cross multiplication, 1 times negative 3 plus 1 times 2, you got negative 1. Which of this number match the coefficient before x? Which one? The coefficient before x is 1. Actually, there is 1 here, 1 times x. Which one? Only this one. The result match the coefficient is 1. So this one is not correct combination. This one is not, only this one. Once you have this one, you can write down x minus 2 times x plus 3. That is how you factor a polynomial. Try to find the two numbers. Those two numbers is negative 2 and 3. Those two numbers times together negative 6. Those two numbers add together is 1, is the coefficient in front of 1, x. Questions? All right, so we did this one. Example 5. I'll copy down this one. Let's do this one. So there are many ways to do it. One way you can use this x times the first bracket. So you copy down the first bracket, use the x times this first bracket, and then copy down the first bracket again, use this number 1 times the first bracket. So it is equal to additional expression. And now this x times x squared, x cubed, x times negative 2x, negative 2x squared, x times 3, 3x, and this one times this bracket, you just copy down the bracket. Last step, collect like term. So negative 2x squared, positive x squared, 3x minus 2x. Okay, copy down this x cube. So negative 2x negative square, which is a negative x squared, and this 2 positive x plus 3. This is the final answer. Questions? Okay.
One second.
Thank you. All right. Division of algebraic expression. Division by monomial. So let's do question by question. Question A, B, C. Okay. So I'll copy question A here. Question A. 3c raised to power 7c squared. So it is just use the rule 3c 7 minus 2, 3c 5. We move on question B. Question B, 16 x y over 4 xy squared. So this one equal to 16 over 4, which is 4. X, you have 3 minus 1. Y, you have 5 minus 2. So the final answer is this. Move on, question C. C. Negative 6 a squared xy over 2a xy 4. So negative 6 divided by 2, negative 3. A 2 minus 1. X cancelled out. X cancelled out. And you just have y 2 minus 4. Okay. So the answer is negative 3a, y negative 2. But usually, if you have negative exponents, we want to leave it as y positive 2 here. Write down this one. Questions? Shall we move on? Okay, thank you. Special product, those are just formulas. Okay. So distributive rule, square of binomial, product of 2 binomials, product of sum and difference. Remember those formula will speed up your calculation process. Okay, now factory. Factory, I already give you an example. So how do you put this expression into multiplication? You take away common factor A. So you did the factor. Now let's do this example. Factor 6x minus 2y. Factor 2, excellent. Perfect, thank you. So this is how you factor this. There's a terminology here you may be aware of. What is GCF? It is represent greatest common factor. Okay, in case you have this terminology in the test. Okay. Now, how do we factor u squared minus v squared? It is just u plus v times u minus v. Okay. Now let's look at this example. X squared minus 16. You rewrite 16 to 4 square and then apply u squared minus v squared equal to u plus v times u minus v. Okay. Now I give you another example. Factor 4x squared minus 25. Factor 4x squared minus 25.
2x minus 5 and then 2x.
So first you write down 4x squared to 2x bracket square. Then 5 you write down 5 squared. The reason you write down this, you want to use this formula here. See, u squared minus v squared. You want to produce that format. So this is u squared minus v squared, right? So the result is u minus v times u minus v, u plus v, u minus v. Okay, examples, shall we move on? Yes, sure. Oh, thank you. Okay, example 7. Factor 4x squared minus 9. So you want to produce u squared minus v squared. Okay, always go to u squared minus v squared. And then the result is u minus v plus u plus v, u minus v. Questions? Okay, question B. I'll copy it down. Y minus 3 squared. We are doing B. 16x4. So you want to produce u squared minus v squared. This is u squared. This is already u squared. So second item, you write down 4x squared. So this is v squared. Always go u squared minus v squared. So always have u squared minus v squared in mind. And then it would be u plus v times u minus v. That's it. So u squared minus v squared, u plus v times u minus v. This need practice. Do more practice from textbook questions. And if you have questions, bring your question into the class. Ask me during the class. Okay, shall we move on? Okay. Now, factor trinomials with a leading coefficient of 1. How do I factor this? We already studied this. How do I factor this? Trinomial. How do I factor trinomial? So x squared, in front of x squared, you have 1. 1 is 1 times 1. Now, which two number times together equal to 2? Which two? Yeah, 1 and 2. And when you cross multiply, the result should be equal to 3. Then you will be successful. This is 2 plus 1 equal to 3. So the result is x plus 1 times x plus 2. That is final result. Okay. Do question B. This time I want to type because this is important. So how do you do question 2? Found 2 numbers. Which 2 numbers? These 2 numbers multiply together equal to 2. At the same time, if you cross multiply actually 2 numbers are together equal to -3. So 1. So we try to find 2 numbers. These 2 numbers times together is 2. So -1 times -2 is 2. At the same time, these 2 numbers, if you do cross multiplication, equal to 3. We found those 2 numbers, -1, -2. So once you found those 2 numbers, you got the result. X minus 1 times x minus 2. 2 numbers times together equal to 2. 2 numbers add together -3. Which are those 2 numbers? The result is -1, -2. Again, you need to practice this one. How about the coefficient for x squared is not 2? You use the same principle. So let's factor this. Which 2 numbers times together equal to 2? 1 times 2 equal to 2. The only way, or 2 times 1. Which 2 numbers times together equal to 5? 1 times 5. Okay. And when you cross multiply, so 1 times 5 plus 2 times 1 times 5 plus 2 times 1. This number must equal to 11. If equal to 11, that is successful. But this one, I got 7, not 11. So this is not successful. This arrangement, no, not good. How do I change this arrangement? If I change to here, 1 times 2, 5 times 1, then you do cross multiplication. You got 1 times 1, 2 times 5, you got 11, bingo. So this arrangement is good. Did you see that? You need to make several arrangements. Choose the one such that it is 11. See the 11 here, number 11. And then this factor equal to x plus 5 times 2x plus 1. You just add x here, that's it. And again, this need practice. This kind of question will be in test 1. Today's content in test 1. Questions? Okay. So that concludes the lecture for lecture 3. So we go over the percentage problem variables. We did polynomial, add, subtraction, multiplication, division. Finally, we did factorial. Okay. Shall we take break? After break, we will do tutorial 3. Remember, each time we need tutorial, you have those tutorial in Brightspace. So we'll go over those questions. Shall we come back at 7:55, 10 minutes break? Break? Yeah, back at 7:55. We do tutorial 3. Okay. You have those questions. You do this one.
For the midterm next week, is it class 1 to class 4, or is it just 1 to 3?
Class 1 to class 3 today.
Today.
Today is class 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Thursday's class will be on the exam.
No, Thursday's class will be in test 2
Test 2.
and in final exam.
And yeah,
Final exam include everything.
everything. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was a number of people that didn't hear about it.
There.
Um,
Okay, welcome back. Hope you have had a nice break. Are there any questions? And now let's do tutorial.
Question.
Yeah,
Straight down, right?
no.
Doesn't answer everything.
Remember, I gave you the practice test one. That is the kind of question you will see for the test and exam. So do practice test questions. That is the format. You can do many times, unlimited time for practice test questions. The more you do, the higher the chance. Wow, you will see same or similar questions during the test because they come from. Okay. So simplify this one. So there are two brackets. Let's take away this round bracket first. Copy down everything else. Take away this red bracket. You have negative sign, so you change the sign of each item. Then you take away this big bracket. Before you take away, you may want to simplify. Okay, so 2x plus 2x is 4x. Okay, and then copy down minus 5. And now you take away the bracket, simplify the result. Yeah, there are many other ways to do it. This is just one way. As long as you can get 4x plus 1, you are correct, or 1 plus 4x. Shall we move on next question? I'm going to. Question 2. Subtract this one from the sum of two polynomials. So this kind of question, what you need to do, you need to add these two polynomials first. So do the sum, what is the sum of these two? And then subtract from here. So what you asked to do, so you are asked to do -8 sum means plus this one. And this is the sum of two polynomial, and then subtract this one. So subtract. So the question becomes simplify this one, or maximum. Simplify this one. I'll erase the notations. So how do you simplify this one? That is the question. Okay. Okay, so let's do it. Take away this first bracket, just copy down everything you see. This is -3. Then take away this second bracket. When you take away bracket, change the sign. Thank you. Where is 4?
Oh, sorry, +2, sorry.
Now, you correct the item. X squared y squared, x squared y squared,
So
x squared y
it's
squared.
-6x squared.
Yeah.
y squared.
X squared, x squared, x squared. And the constant -3, -5, +2. Okay? So let's do x squared y squared. -8, +4, -4, -2, -6. Then do x squared, -6, +5, -1, +3, 2, x squared. Lastly, do constant, -8, +2, -6.
So in the textbook, for the last, chapter, the answers. So an equation like that, they factored out. So they would factor out the 2, right? And then open bracket and then 3. So what would be the correct answer? That would be the final correct answer?
Yeah, this one is, yeah, if you can factor out, that would be great. If you can't, this one is also correct. Maybe better to factor out on safe side,
Okay.
on safe side.
That's the correct answer on the exam.
Yeah. Okay, shall we move on? Okay. Question 3. Do the multiplication. So there are many ways to do it. One way you use this times t squared, okay? So I will directly do on here. So equal to 3t, maybe I want to use it blank. Copy down 3t cubed plus 3 times t squared minus. Copy down 3t cubed plus 3, this time times -2, -t. It should be capital T. For simplicity, I change capital T to small t, it doesn't matter, okay? Then next time, 3t cubed plus 3 times -8. So basically, you consider 3t cubed plus 3, use this item. Next, you expand this one, so it becomes 3t fifths plus 3t squared. And then negative, you go to positive. Negative, positive, okay? So positive 3t plus 3t. Last one, -8 times this bracket becomes -24 minus 24.
It's why is it also where now minus after, says plus three t's cube plus three, yeah, right there. Why is it plus before now? That's one break point. Yes, right there.
This, so 3, this is a -8 times this one.
Yeah, before that one.
Before that one, okay. This one is oh, wow, thank you so much. I made mistake, sorry. There is no minus here, wow. It is, if you consider, already consider this is -t, this should be plus, unless you consider this one is a t. Thank you so much. You are paying attention and you are thinking, yeah. So sorry, there is no negative here. There are just one negative, either here or here. You cannot have both negative. Okay, so I have to change to here, becomes -3t, then -3t.
After the t, it says plus three t. Why is now plus?
Where is 3t?
You just fix the t, right? Right after, next.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
take
right
a-
after it. The plus right there.
this plus.
Yeah.
This plus means this is -8 here. You could minus, then this -8 becomes +8. Thank you for asking. You could do the minus, then this is +8. Okay, the rest of thing you just simplify. Oops. I erase something. So 3t fifth, 3t squared. Okay, so 3t raised to power fifth, and then -3t raised to power 4, and then -24 raised to power 3, t raised to power 3, and then where is the t? -3t, constant -24. When you write down polynomial final result based on descending order, the highest degree first. Can we move on? Okay. Question 4. Simplify this one. So I give you the hint, you do this 2 first. So t minus 6 times t plus 6, it is just t squared minus 36. Copy down the first item. And then you break out this bracket using the formula. Using formula, a minus b times a minus b, which is actually a minus b squared. A minus b squared equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Use this formula. So this is the final result. Again, make sure you put your pen on your paper. Use the same color. Yeah. Move on, next question. Multiply. This one easy, right?
The same.
Yeah, the same. Shall we skip this one? I give you the correct answer. So we skip this one. We already did similar one. Okay. Found the product mental. Also, question 6, we can skip this one. We all know 11 times 9 is 99.
Yeah.
Okay. Like grade 2 mathematics, grade 3 arithmetic. Question 7, factor. Okay, first we see every item has small r, so we factor this small r out. Then you have a capital R square and a small r square left.
So these are R minus R and R plus R.
Excellent. So this is the final answer. Move on, next question. And this one need a little bit thinking. I'll give you the hint. A spherical float has a volume of air with radiance R1 and outer radiance float is R2. Express the factored form the difference in areas of the outer surface and the inner surface. So you have, so basically you have, this is a sphere, like.
How do you end up?
This is the sphere, it is 3 dimension, okay? And this is the radiance. This is the radiance, and how do you know the surface of this? Imagine a basketball, that is a sphere, okay? A basketball. How do you know the surface? This is the formula, 4 pi r squared. 4 pi r squared is the surface, the area.
Is that a standard formula?
Yeah, standard formula. Okay, you have a big sphere, then you have a small inside. So it is ask you to find the difference between the bigger sphere minus the small sphere. So the bigger sphere is 4 pi r2 square. The smaller one, 4 pi r1 square. You just do difference. Then factor out 4 pi and factor r2 square minus r1 square. So this is the final answer. And the shape is like this, 3 dimensions. Next question. Factor the expression completely. So first, you take away AD. Every item has AD. See AD. Factor out AD. The first item you have 3u squared. The second item, after you factor AD, you have negative 4uv. Last item, after you factor AD, you have v squared. Is that clear? The first step. And then this part, this blue bracket, you need to factor out. So you need to find a number, two numbers. You need to find a two number. Those two numbers times together equal to 3. So naturally 1 times 3 equal to 3. And then you have v squared. It is actually 1v squared. 1 times 1 is this one, 1. But the cross product must be equal to -4. If you do this way, cross product is 4. That's why you need to make a change. Anyone have suggestion? How do I change this arrangement?
It'd be -1, sorry, -1 minus.
Thank you. Could be -1 minus 1. -1 times -1 equal to +1. This is +1. And then when you do cross multiplication, 1 times -1, -1, 3 minus 1, -3, bingo. You got -4. This is what we want. And then the result, you just add number. 1u minus v times 3u minus v. Questions? Okay, next question. Found all values that make polynomial a perfect square. So this one needs a little bit of work. I have some hints here. So generally speaking, the general format for quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. Do you think this one is the same as this one? Yes. Format, exactly, okay? So I will talk about this one. So first, you factor out a. Is this right? Is this right? And then you make a little bit change. The purpose is to make so the purpose I want to create something like this. Square. Okay. So if I do this, if I expand this, is like x squared plus 2x, then minus this square. Copy down c minus a. It is still hold true. If you backward expand this square, and you got this part here. Okay. And then what is the question? Find value of c, make polynomial a perfect square trinomial. Okay. So once you are here, if this item is 0, then you can make this perfect square trinomial, right? If this red box is 0, then you can make a perfect square trinomial. See, this is perfect square trinomial. Okay, so then you let this item equal to 0, negative b 2a plus c over a equal to 0. So what is a? A in this case equal to 196, b negative 84. You plug in AB into here, you got negative 84. A is 196 square plus c over a 196. You got one equation, one unknown. You solve for c. The answer is c equal to 9. One equation, one unknown. You can solve for this c. And this one is a little bit difficult. This question 10, not like the previous question, very easy. So we move on question, next question. Next question, I give you the answer. You take factor out n, and then this one you use formula. You get this formula. This is a formula. And you got the result. I give you the, by the way, I give you all the answer is here. You can get this file on D2L. Any questions? Move on. This one here, question 12. Factor the given expression completely. Let's do this one. I'll remove my everything. Okay, so you need to use the formula. The formula is here. Use this formula. I will write it down. So x cubed or minus y cubed equal to x minus y, x squared plus xy plus y squared. This is our formula. And apply this formula to here. So this is x cubed minus y cubed. So it is equal to x minus y. So x is h plus 2t. Y is h. This is x minus y times x squared. X is h. I will write down x is h plus 2t. Y is h. Use this formula. What I'm doing now. Okay. So h plus 2t. This is x squared plus x times y. X times y plus y squared. Directly use this formula. X equal to h plus 2t. Y equal to h. And now h canceled out. Okay. You just have 2t. And then inside bracket, you use this one, you use a formula x plus y squared equal to x squared 2xy y squared. This one, so x squared 4ht, 4t squared. This one, you times h, 2th, last one, copy down h squared. You have correct item h squared, h squared, h squared. Okay, so 2t, you have 3h squared. And then you have th, 4 plus 2 equal to 6, th or ht. Last item, you have 4t squared. Questions? Question 13, remember we did an example. Question 13, what percentage less than 946 is 473? The example, we did example. Okay, the answer is use 946. Minus 473, then is keyword. After then, you have 946. So divided by THN then, the number after then.
Okay, 946 minus 473 divided by.
No, you have to divide it by, see what is the keyword then. You have to divide it by after the keyword. Okay, the answer is 0.5. It is the same as 50%. Last question, question 14, solve x. So x plus 35 of x equal to this one. So x plus 35% times x, 225. 35% is the same as 0.35. Collect like term, you got 1.35x. Then both sides divided by 1.35, and you got 167. Okay, any questions? In summary, this lecture, we did a lot of stuff. We started with the percentage, polynomial, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, factoring, and also solve equations. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. I will see you on Thursday. Okay, online students, any questions? The class is over. Thank you for your participation. Okay, there's no questions. I will stop recording and end the meeting. Thank you all. Good night. Bye.